Good afternoon, guys. X-File 2708 back again with another Blu Ray Pickups video. On my own for this afternoon's video, so Ghost Lou even is fast asleep on the sofa in the living room. So thought I'd come through and do the Blu Ray Pickups video for you guys. So last weekend, myself and Ghost Lou went into town. I got myself a nice little list from my local CEX that I was after. So I've got a nice chunk of Blu-ray goodness to share with you this afternoon. So without further ado, the first one we have, guys, is Zombieland. So good old Woody Harrelson. Really good zombie comedy horror, this one. Still not seen the second one. It is on my list to grab at some point, but this was, I think it was £1 in a local cash converter, so would have been rude not to pick this one up and give it a rewatch. So that's the first one. Next up, massive fan of this franchise, massive fan of the TV series that they did. Looking to rewatch the TV series as soon as possible. And the franchise is, there we go, Evil Dead. So this is the original one. I do want to get the remake again. The remake is absolutely superb if you haven't seen it. But yeah, I wanted to pick up this original early 80s classic, Sam Raimi. So there we go, guys, the original Evil Dead. Next up, saw this one, or saw the trailer for the new one. Lots of buzz going around on Instagram. Lots of people that I follow seen the trailer, really liked it. Love the new movie poster that they've released to go with it as well. So I picked this one up. This was the latest one. I think it came out last year. I have seen it a couple of times. Really good, and it's one that Ghost Lou wants to watch with me as well. So it is, I think it's 2022's release of Scream. Really enjoyed this one. Like I say, they've released a trailer for Scream 6, I think it is, that's due out later this year. That looks absolutely superb. From the trailer, that actually looks better than this release here. Looks much darker, much more of a horror with the darkness, etc., compared to previous releases of the Scream movies. So if you haven't checked the trailer out, guys, obviously it's over on YouTube and it's over on IMDb as well. So wholeheartedly recommend checking it out. One I'm super excited for seeing later on this year on the big screen. So there we go, guys. That's 2022's Scream. Next up, seen this movie several times. This is one that, again, Ghost Lou wants to watch with me, so looking forward to rewatching this one again very shortly. And it is James McAvoy in Split. So, absolutely superb movie, this one. Probably a couple of years now since I last saw it, so it is on my shortlist to watch again very soon. So really enjoyed this one. Obviously it's part of or I think it's loosely part of a trilogy of films with Glass and Unbreakable. I still haven't seen Glass or Unbreakable yet, so they are on my list to watch. But like I say, wanted to pick this one up and give it a rewatch again. So there we go, there's Split. Next up, this is one that I actually saw twice last year in the cinema. Probably the only time I think that I've actually gone back to the cinema and watched a film for a second time while it was still out. Absolutely thoroughly enjoyed this one. Love the character, love the creepiness, love the mask, etc. And it is Black Phone. So absolutely superb movie that came out last year, this one. If you haven't seen it, guys, check it out. I think this is down at the minute in CX, down to about £8. So, you know, it's a decent price if you're ready to pull the trigger and give it a watch. Like I say, I've seen it twice now and really looking forward to checking it out over the next few days again and enjoying it. So there we go, guys. Ethan Hawke in Black Phone. Next up, this is, well, I wouldn't say an old film, because old films for me, you know, I'm classing as Universal monsters and all of that jazz. So this is I guess it's a modern day horror, but it's one of the, I don't even know when it was out, maybe in the 90s or early 2000s. It's part of a trilogy. This original one I really enjoyed. Second one, it was all right. I wasn't a big fan of the role reversal compared to the original. And the third one, you might as well write off altogether. So there we go. We have Hostel. Like I say, massive fan of this original one. Not for some people, I know, because it's a bit, you know, over the top with the brutality and stuff like that. But for what it is, I really enjoy this original. Second one, without any spoilers, they just completely reverse the roles and the genders compared to the original, which, you know, was all right. I probably will pick the second one up at some point, but for me, this original is where it's at. So this was £1 again in a local cash converters. So there we go. Next up, this is a series. I think they've done 4 in this series. I managed to pick up from my local CEX the second one and the third one. So I have got the original on my list to grab. And the fourth one, again, I saw that a year or two ago. Didn't enjoy it, so, you know, I'm not going to go completionist on it and grab the fourth one. But I'll show you what it is. There we go. So Insidious Chapter 2. Absolutely fantastic trilogy. Like I say, there was 4, but I think the fourth one's called The Last Key, I think it is. Wasn't a fan of that one at all, but I will pick up 1, 2 and 3 where I see them. So there we go, Insidious 2. And Insidious 3. So there we go. So I do need to pick the original one up. It is on my Amazon watch list. I think it's, I don't know, maybe £4 on Amazon or something like that. So I will pick that one up in the next week or so and then watch them through in order. So there we go, Chapter 3. So how many we've got left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 left to show you guys. So there is, what is there? I think there's maybe 2 or 3 more that I am due this week. But, you know, like I say, I've got a big chunk at the weekend, so it was worthwhile putting into a video for today. So next up, another fantastic series of films. I've got the original in the living room next door on physical media already. So I thought I'd pick up the second one, Conjuring 2. It's an absolutely superb set of films, these ones, including the likes of Curse of La Llorona. I can't remember how you phrase it. And the other ones in the series. The only one I wasn't a fan of in the Conjuring universe was The Nun, but it is one I've only seen once, so I'll grab it again at some point soon and give it a second watch and see if there's any improvements. But yeah, for now, Conjuring 2. I did watch the original Conjuring recently, so yeah, ready to give this one a watch. So that's that one. Next one, absolute massive fan of this movie and the actor and the part that he plays in it, and it is the extreme edition of Midnight Meat Train with the legend that is Vinnie Jones. So plays an absolutely superb character in this film, quite brutal in places. As usual with Vinnie, he doesn't say a lot, but you know, what he does means that he doesn't really have to say that much. So if you haven't seen this one, it's kind of a, I don't know, maybe an under the radar gem, if you like, a bit of a hidden gem within horror films. So not everybody's heard of it or seen it. So if you haven't seen it, guys, this is a must watch from me. Big recommendation. So by all means, check it out. And if you do, let me know in the comments what you think. So there we go, Midnight Meat Train. Next one we have Stephen King's The Mist. So absolutely superb film, this one. As you can see, hopefully, on that one, it's the special edition, so it contains both the original colour release of the film and the black and white version. I'm going to be rewatching this one soon, and I'll be watching it in the black and white version. So absolutely superb film. Probably, I'd say, I mean, it's obviously along the same sort of lines as John Carpenter's The Fog, but for me, you know, I'd probably say I prefer this one. So please don't shoot me down. Just my personal opinion. But yeah, absolutely love this one, and I love, like I say, that they've given us the black and white version as well, similar to what they did with Mad Max Fury Road with the Chrome edition. So that's again another film that I want to pick up soon and have a rewatch of. So there we go, The Mist. Next up, a film with Jake Gyllenhaal in. Again, this is one that kind of goes under some people's radars. Not one that everybody's heard of. It's a crime, what is it? A crime thriller, I'd probably put it down as. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I've seen it a couple of times in the past. And it is Nightcrawler. So again, if you've not seen this one before, guys, it's a big recommendation from me. So please check it out. Again, nice and cheap to pick up, probably £3, something like that, in the local CEXs. So wholeheartedly recommend that one. And the last two for today, we have, this is a film that's, I think they've done the original one and then this one that's the sequel. Not aware of any others in the franchise, but they're two very excellent films as they stand. So it's the second in the series for the Ouija. So this one's Origin of Evil. So really good film, this one. Again, if you haven't seen it before, check out the original, and this is a very worthwhile successor. So there we go, Origin of Evil. And then the last one for today, guys, this is a remake of a film. Now, what I normally do with remakes is, obviously, I'm aware of the original. I've seen the original multiple times, and if I hear good things about the remake, then I pick the remake up as well, you know, as I did with the likes of Evil Dead, etc. But this one, I actually saw the remake and then realised afterwards that they'd done an original back in the 70s. So I went back, brought the original, watched the original. But for me, I don't know if it was because of the way round that I watched them, but I actually prefer the remake over the original. And it is Straw Dogs. So I think this was originally done back in the early 70s, I think, 1971. So even before I was born. So yeah, like I say, this remake I actually prefer over that original. But the two films in their own rights are absolutely superb. So if you've not seen this remake, another big recommendation from myself. And if you've not seen the original, give that one a watch as well. So like I say, I kind of broke my golden rule, really, because I wasn't aware that that there was an original when I picked this one up. So if I'd have watched the original first, then it could have been a case that, you know, rose-tinted spectacles, would have made me prefer the original over this remake. But this is a solid remake, so really good, that one. So, 1 second. There we go, guys. That's my Blu Ray pickups for today. So, any films there that you're a fan of, please let me know in the comments. Like I say, a few recommendations for some that go under the radar. So if you haven't checked those out, give them a watch, see what you think, guys. So a couple more Blu-rays due later this week. Probably a shopping trip out towards the end of the week or over the weekend. So I may well grab some more Blu-rays. So it might be a regular thing where I do a weekly Blu-ray pickups update. So see how it goes. But there we go, guys. That's my video for today. So as always, please remember to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll be back with another video later on in the week. Bye for now, guys.